Recently, I worked with an agency owner based out of India, just a sharp operator, performance marketing business. So his annual revenue was somewhere around $80,000, but his client profile, so the client structure was 60% of his clients were overseas, so 30% US, 20% UK, and just 10% in UAE, and the rest 40% India. So on paper, next nothing extraordinary, but his Indian Private Limited, so the company that he operated from India, let's run the math on it. So corporate tax is currently around 25.17% ish. So let's take it at corporate tax at 25%. Then dividend tax at personal slab. So it was somewhere around 30-ish%. So by the time the revenue traveled from company to individual, the effective retention dropped sharply. So he was retaining somewhere around 36% of the entire gross revenue that he made. So it was close to $29,000. So now after restructuring, I'll tell you what the restructuring actually was. We booked the overseas revenue in Singapore. So Indian operations compensated at a 15% markup, and the revenue that was in Singapore that came to Singapore was taxed at 17% corporate tax rate. And there is no dividend tax at Singapore level, so there was no tax as usual. Indian profits at Indian company 14%, 40% Indian clients were taxed as usual. By the time the same thing and the same cycle happened, his retention increased by $10,000. So now the effective retention was close to 38,700 ish dollars. Now there was no aggressive exemptions. We never even declared a unrealistic 0% assumption. No gray areas. Just a better alignment between geography and value creation. Dollars that compounded at a 5% markup, it stops being, extra income. It becomes capital, and capital behaves differently. And the restructuring part. Run the math properly.